Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
This shit probably has been in the works, bro, for quite some time, man. This shit probably has been in the works, bro, for quite some time, man. Because if Toby and him was that tight...
You know what's crazy, Sky, is when we talked about this before, I completely misread that. Because you remember my reaction, right? My reaction was like, I thought we knew this. I was reading this as Safran for some strange reason. It was Emery.
No, yeah, bro, it was Toby.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that
bro.
changes everything.
Yeah, no, you definitely had like a very muted reaction.
Well, I think you've seen some things out there, right? And we're excited about the film. Of course, you know, we were saddened by the events that caused Zack Snyder and Deborah Snyder to have to leave and turn the reins over to Joss Whedon, but he was already working with us on some of the scenes for the additional photography that we're going to be doing shortly, and it was fortunate that, you know, Zack convinced him and he agreed to step in and finish the movie, help Zack finish his vision, and we're excited about that.
He said that you wouldn't be back except for the Dark Knight Returns. But I don't know, if Netflix finally has it and you could hypothetically continue, would you be open to it?
If Netflix had owned the rights to the DC characters in my extended universe, of course I would absolutely whatever. Yeah.
No question. You're very happy.
Yeah.
I'm really very happy.
The Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn used his universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn.
Hey Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo, Hunter. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker. We are back and we are live with another one. Man, y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me rocking out, and I appreciate that. I need y'all to understand something. We about to have at it tonight. I sat back, I waited, I watched, I listened. I was like, yo, what is everybody gonna do with this hostile takeover conversation? Y'all heard me say it last night. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait. All narratives is put to bed tonight. I don't want to hear nothing about no hostile takeover. Y'all been listening to people, and some of y'all been wrong for 3 years. And instead of just taking the L, like David Ellison is refusing to do, right? You crying, moving the goalposts, shifting narratives. Oh, we getting to it tonight. Boy, oh boy, do we have problems up here. I'm fully loaded and I'm ready to go. Talking about receipts. Yeah, we're going to bring some receipts for the earth tonight, bro. I'm so hyped, bro. I've been sitting back and I just been listening. Watching everybody crash out. Watching what's happening. Watching these narratives get pushed. Y'all do not know what y'all talking about. And been wrong for 3 years. And got the nerve. What's going on? Shout out to the good Austin. Much love, bro. Much love. Thanks for being in the building, homie. And thanks for hooking that drop up. We got a new drop tonight. So, you know, if we get a cool enough super chat, I'll drop that tonight. It's one of my favorites. I mean, and it's apropos for the night. So we'll see what's up. But shout out to the good Austin, man. We got DC talking in the building. We got SPR Dave. We got Michael in the building. Shout out to you, bro. Hope you're in good spirits. Much love, bro. We got TJ in the building. What's going on, TJ? Much love. We got Bat Dan in the building. What's going on? Much love. We got Shin, aka Cage, in the building. Much love, bro. Right? Who else is in here? Yeah. Send Havoc 5150s in the building. Island Mike is in the building. CY98 is in the building. Man. Hold on, bro. Look. Let me cook on this for 1 second. Because I've been waiting to unload this all day. Right? Because I need you guys to understand something, right? I'm gonna make an analogy because everybody keeps coming here. Oh my God, did you guys see? Not only did I play that Bloomberg video where the fine young lady broke it down and told you guys exactly how Netflix's offer was still better. I'm gonna break this down in terms for you that maybe y'all can understand. Okay, because I know we got some gamers in here, but even if you're not a gamer, you'll still be able to get this. Okay, let's say that I want to sell my PlayStation and all of its games, right? And also my TV, right? Let's say, hey, let's just use some regular numbers so everybody, let's say everything is valued at like $1,500. No, let's even make it $1,000. Let's say $1,000. Okay, everything's valued at $1,000. Okay, let's say that my PlayStation and the games are worth, I think, about $700. Right now, if I can get $700 for my video games and all that, and I can get $500 for my TV, right? Now, if somebody comes along and says, "Hey, I'll give you $800, I will give you $800 for your games and all your systems. I don't want your TV though. You can keep the TV, right? And I can low key find somebody to give me $500 for that TV." I'm like, yo, cool. Now, if somebody comes along and says, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000 for everything," is that a better deal than me taking the $800? Right? Just because it's more money, but I can get more if I keep my other thing and not sell it at a loss when I can get more for it, or it's worth more. Like, this is so ridiculous. This is so simple. Right? Did that make sense to everybody? And maybe I had a couple extra thousands in there or something. I don't know. I might have. We got Anessa Noel in the building. What's going on? Like, the lady from Bloomberg broke it down and said, yo, it's not a better deal. Like, why? I don't get why this is so complicated. We got Lord Necron in the building, right? And they getting their debt paid off. And y'all, and then they have to keep the debt if it goes to Paramount. Man, I don't think you guys understand what's going on. And then TJ, right? They've been saying, "Hey, Netflix trying to drive the price up." Yo, I told y'all, I think it was that last night that I was trying to tell y'all that people were saying that and Netflix was going to buy this to hold it for Paramount and was going to give it to them. Oh, no, I got a video. I think that was Nessa that was saying that couldn't have happened. No, I got a video, right? But it's been people saying, yo, that Netflix driving the price up, right? Who's driving the price up now? Right, they've been wrong about everything, dog. That's why I don't want to hear from these people. I don't want to hear nothing. Not a damn thing. Right? What's going on, Ijiro? Much love. Who else is in here? Frank C is in the building. Much love, Frank C. Vegeta, cool one only. Deadshot ZSJL, much love, bro. Said it's already in the bag, bro. Yeah. Deadshot never misses. Bishop DM Williams, yo, happy belated birthday, bro. Happy belated birthday to the bishop. Much love, right? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And can you feel it? Much love. Michael Capo. Oh my God. We got CY98 with the $5 super chat saying, beware the Snyder coat. They should. The fandom has never been stronger, right? Hey, here you go, bro. And this is with David Ellison in them. Oh my God, bro. Oh man. Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. Oh, I love that drop, yo. Much love, y'all. Who else is in here, man? It's just still eating that hospital food. Hey, feel better, bro. I already know. What's going on, Kunin? He said, no, it's not. Does that make sense? He said, it should be simple. Like, yeah, bro. Dude, if my shit is worth this and I can get like more than my value with this other thing without selling the other shit, like, what are you talking about? And then I'm going to sell it all just to take a loss? And then you trying to force me into take, bro, if you don't get out of here, dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Breaking it up makes more money for the seller. Thank you, bro. Trying to force me to take a deal that you want me to take just because you think you that guy. What? He said they're just trying to force a conversation where they negotiate to hand them the network channels, right? They want CNN, all that other stuff, yo. Crazy. What's going on, Nar? Right? He said it's closer to $1 or $3 like WB believes. Bro, WBD had their thing at $4. See, it's been all type of stuff. It's been all type of stuff going around, bro. It's been like it's been all type of, but we're gonna get to that because this all about to be null and void. Because after this stream, I don't want to hear nothing else, dog. I don't want to hear nothing else after this stream. He said, Sky, play that Bloomberg clip because clearly, hey, nah, it's wild, bro. The lady broke it down and said, yo, it's not a better deal. You lose. You get nothing. Hey, we about to get to it, though, because it's about to be wild. It's about to be wild. After this, I don't want to hear no conversation. I don't want to hear no conversation. But let's get through this rigmarole. Y'all already know. Man, look, at this time, when there's some weird stuff going on with my platform. You know what I mean? Y'all just make sure y'all smash that like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? They doing all kind of copyright stuff, subscriber stuff. It's just weird. It's just weird. But hey, I get it because we having the conversations that they don't want us to have. We was the only people. Never mind. Anyway, y'all already know ZSJL on Netflix, Snyderverse on Netflix, right? About to get that conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform, back in IMAX theaters, back in all that. It's about to be litty, right? We just using these two hashtags, you know what I mean? Being positive, using them not with others, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X. And if you was going to sponsor a stream like the homie The Good Austin did, who been sponsoring streams back to back over here, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to the dog. Whenever you guys give likes, not likes, excuse me, super chats, super thanks, super stickers, any of that stuff, it is tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have the name scrolling across the bottom of a following discussion stream, right? But let's go ahead and let's get to it, because there's been a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's been a whole bunch of stuff going on, right? Right. It's gonna be a whole bunch, right? He's accidentally hit no on the pole. Hey, all good, bro. He said, Ted basically said, we knew this was coming. We good, right? Yeah, bro. He's like, we good. We chilling. You know what I mean? No, but we gonna break it down, though. We gonna break it down, though. Right? We gonna break it down. Anyway, let's get to it, man. So, as you guys know, it's this hostile takeover going on, this attempted hostile takeover by Paramount. They are, hold on, let me not. Oh wait, hold on. As a matter of fact, I think that I can just do this, and this will be easier. Right. So okay, cool. You know what? Yeah, it's right here. Oh wait, now I lost it. Okay, there we go. So we got a hostile takeover, and then not only that, this is what's crazy. What's wild is he sends this wild ass text message after this hostile takeover bid. Right now, before I get to this, when I was, hearing about all this Netflix stuff going on, and when I first started having these conversations, and I was like, hey, Netflix can really buy this, I was told that Netflix is not ready for this big boy business. That's what I was told. I was told big boy business was coming. That's what we was in store for, right? That it was about to be a whole bunch of, outmaneuvering going on, and it was going to be all kind of strings being pulled that was going to get these people what they wanted, right? All that, right? It was all this stuff going on, right? It was all this stuff going on. But ever since we have heard that Paramount lost his bid to Netflix, there's been nothing but just like what I deem to be kind of just like crying going on, right? It's kind of wild, right? So not only does he launch this takeover bid, right, but also sends Davis ass this like wild text message, right? Which, because apparently Zaslav didn't text him back, right? Hey Zaz, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom, right? I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post offices. Ooh, right? He said, hey, big head, right? Like, hey, stranger, right? Like, where you been? Right? Where you been? Right? Says David. he said, I'm gonna go hostile. Much respectfully, though, it's crazy. He said, so Sky is David Ellison, right? Crazy. Right? Right? So he says, yeah, it is definitely going to need some explanation because Yahoo Finance claimed Netflix, they took out a $59 billion loan, so they didn't have. Okay, I got a question, Shin. If they got the money, what the fuck do it matter? I don't care if it's on credit. I don't care if they went, bro. I don't care if it came out their grandmama house. I don't care if it came from their sister. We talking about the bids, dog. And if we gonna get into where the money came from, just wait, because I gotta say, I got something for y'all. I got something for that. Just relax. Just relax. Just chill. Y'all been capping for I don't know how long. We not doing that. No. Let's get to this text message, though. David, I appreciate you're underwater today, so I wanted to send you a quick text. No, despite the noise of the last 24 hours, I have nothing but respect and admiration for you and the company. It would be the honor of a lifetime to be your partner and to be the owner of these iconic assets. If we have the privilege to work together, you will see that my father and I are the people that you had dinner with. Can't you see that I laugh in money? Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Zaz? Give him a good ribbing, right? I mean, I know I just tried to, go around your back and force you to take this bid that's bad for the company, right? What are we talking about, dog? So, apparently, Zaz ain't calling. Zaz ain't answering the phone, right? He's like, hey, man, hey, look, I don't know. He didn't have his phone on him, right? He didn't have his phone on him, right? So, cool, right? The takeover bid happened. This text message happened, right? So, getting to more news, right? Because look, Netflix was like, yo, We expected this, right? We expected this to happen. We expected this to happen, right? So, Ted Sarandos, right? Ted Sarandos came back and was like, bro, I mean, you know, look, the Netflix co-CEOs were interviewed hours after. So this is hours after, right? After a hostile offer for Warner Brothers from Paramount. We didn't buy this company to destroy the value, says Ted Sarandos, right? But let's dig a little deeper, right? He says that the Paramount takeover bid for Warner Brothers was entirely expected. He said, bro, we've been ahead of the curve on y'all this whole time. Y'all was running around here acting like you was the only ones cool with Trump, which I'm about to get into that in a second. Y'all was running around here acting like y'all was the only ones cool with Trump. Little did you know, I had already met with the man back in November. Trump said it was a done deal. If you can get that, go ahead and go get that. Right? If you can get that, go ahead and go get that, bruh. Right? All this. They've been sitting there, right? And this is not my words. David Ellison said he felt like they was never even in the running. So, you felt like you were never in the running, just like Sky said. Right? Sky was really the one, hey, y'all, this Paramount shit ain't about to happen. But no, y'all was running around with that. Not me, not us. Not a damn one of us was running around here talking like that. That was y'all. That was y'all. Yeah, I want Paramount. I think it's going to be Paramount. I think it's going to be Universal. I think it's going to be Tubi. I think it's going to be... You was wrong. Crazy work. Crazy work. How everybody that, you know what? I'm going to get to that later. Because it's wild how everybody that was pushing a certain hashtag just happens to be in favor of all this Paramount fucking hostile takeover bid nonsense propaganda bullshit, right? Wild. Wild. Right? Wild. But, hey, Ted Sarandos continue. Right? Hey, today's move was entirely expected. We have a deal done, and we're really happy with the deal for shareholders, for consumers. It's a great way to create and protect jobs in the entertainment industry. We're super confident we're going to get it across. So, Ted Sarandos said, hey, man, look, we ain't really tripping. You know, we know what's up. We knew what they was going to do. Right? We've been ahead of them this whole time, obviously. Right? Because, look, David Ellison is the one that said that he was never in the bid. I didn't say that, guys. I did not say that. Now, with all of these influencers and media people that was out here pushing Paramount, that would seem to be like they was pushing propaganda, right? That's what that sounds like to me. That's what that sounds like to me. That sounds like propaganda. Right? Because he the one said it, not me. It'd be different if Sky was like, hey, man, look, bro, they was never in it, which I was saying for this entire time, mind you. Right? It's wild. Look, do y'all know? Because, look, I got a video that I was going to play. Or, no, I have a video that I'm going to play from Ted Sarandos a little later. Probably soon, right? It is so wild. Part of me was actually going to go react to myself because Ted Sarandos sounded like Skywalker, bruh. It's wild. When I play this video, it's wild how he was saying exactly the same shit that I was saying. Ever since Big Business #1. And they telling us we don't know business. and they pushing propaganda to the people. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. We about to see what's up, right? We about to see what's up. Yeah. He said they twerked and now they back hurt. Exactly, bro, right? But, hey, he said Trump might be conflicted now. Bruh, we gonna see. But guess what, though? You know who's saying that he's not going to be conflicted and that this deal is going to get done? Me. You know who been right about a whole bunch of shit? Me. So I don't care. I don't care what you, them, he, she, they, them, anybody, everybody. Real talk. I'm so done with all of these people, yo. I'm done. They lied to you guys for 3 years, and you guys act like they didn't. 3 años. You guys understand that, right? Three years. Crazy. But hey, it ain't even, you know what? I'm going to just let Ted Sarandos speak for itself, right? I'm going to just let the man speak for itself because it's been a whole lot of people with opinions, right? But let's see how Ted feels.
In this transaction, we pick up 3 businesses basically that we're not currently in. So meaning we have no redundancies currently, but like, and one of them is a motion picture studio with a theatrical distribution machine.
Excuse me, how many times have I been saying no redundancies? I'm not letting that slide. There's no way. There's no way I'm letting that slide. There's no way I'm letting that slide. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way I'm letting that slide. How many times have I said that there will be no redundancies? And y'all coming in here telling me about opinions. Ted Sarandos sound like Sky right now, bro. We not doing that. We not doing that. I'm not having these conversations with y'all no more. Y'all don't get it. It's over, bro. It's over. It's over. It's done. You guys are cooked. You're cooked. It's done. It's over. Finito. Y'all look stupid as hell right now. We gonna see who. Hey, and as crazy as I'm talking, right? You know what's wild? After this shit get done, they just gonna move the goalposts again. Right? They still not gonna come in here and say, hey man, I was wrong. A lot of y'all still talking about Netflix wasn't interested. Y'all don't get the bruh. But no, I'm sorry. I just couldn't let that slide, bro. There's no way. I've been saying that since big business number 1. Wilding over here, bro.
In this transaction, we pick up 3 businesses basically that we're not currently in. So meaning we have no redundancies currently, but like, and one of them is a motion picture studio with a theatrical distribution machine. And so there's been a lot of speculation.
So we didn't learn. We didn't learn from last time. We didn't. So we didn't learn. Comprehension. We didn't learn.
Bruh, I can't even get through this opening part of the video. This is wild, bro. How many times, bro, have I said these exact words, bro? How many times, bro? Yo, this is insane. Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let Ted get through this. It's wild to hear the CEO of Netflix sounding just like you was since big business number one. And these people are still trying to argue. Do you understand how frustrating that is? How dumb this is? You guys have any idea? Imagine being like the only person to be right about something. And then the people that were wrong still come to you and come in your orbit and try to say dumb shit that's still wrong. And they're like, oh no, but you obviously don't know anything, even though Ted Sarandos sounds just like you on big business number one, right? It's not like you guys changed the language of everything with the engagement events, right? And had Netflix start tracking engagement like that. But never mind. Sorry.
In this transaction, we pick up 3 businesses basically that we're not currently in. So meaning we have no redundancies currently, and one of them is a motion picture studio with a theatrical distribution machine. And so there's been a lot of speculation what we would do with this. And I think it's really important to note that we haven't talked at all about what we're going to do with this, but what we are going to do with this is we're deeply committed to releasing those movies exactly the way they've released those movies today. All 3 of these new businesses, we want to keep operating largely as they are. The theatrical business, we have not, been talked a lot about it in the past about wanting to do it because we've never been in that business. And when this deal closes, we are in that business, and we're going to do it. So think about it. If we did this deal 24 months ago, all of those movies we saw this year do so well at the box office for Warner Brothers would have been released in the same way in theaters. Talking about Minecraft, I'm talking about Superman, I'm talking about Weapons, all those movies that Sinners. These movies will be released on Netflix through theaters the way that Warner Brothers did it before, but with the Warner Brothers operating entity. We think it's really important the way that they create and the way that they drive value. We didn't buy this company to destroy that value. The second one is the television studio who produce and license content to third parties. Also, we were never in that business. We are now. And I think it's an important thing that and when we get under the hood, that's a really healthy business. It's not as big as ours, and that's why we haven't really focused that much on doing it. The growth opportunity in our core business has been greater. But now in this transaction, we own that business. And Channing and that group do a phenomenal job. And we want them to continue to do that phenomenal job. And then HBO is another example of that, which is, as Greg said, this is a prestige television brand that people really love. And I would say that they have been doing gymnastics to make themselves into a general entertainment brand. And I think under this transaction, they don't have to do that anymore. We're already a very well-established general entertainment brand, and we want HBO to double down on the things that people have loved for 50 years about HBO, the fact that prestige television and movies in the various pay TV windows. These are the things that we're going to keep going in this business.
So pretty much everything that we've been saying over here has just been confirmed by Ted Sarandos. They're keeping shit in theaters. They're gonna keep Asian. Look. He said we wasn't in that business before, but we are now. He said they talking big business over there. That's what he said. That's what he said. Right? He said, but the streamers, that's number 1 and number 4 put together now, while not addressing the film, TV, news, and streaming Paramount has that WBD also had. Bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And how it's going to be more jobs lost. Easily. He said, I just want this to be done. Hey, it's going to be done soon. Trust me. He said there is an anti-Netflix agenda. How come this wasn't covered in details in other outlets and channels? You know why. You know why. That's why I said that this is going to be the last time I'm having this conversation, because we putting all of these narratives to bed. They're all going bye-bye, each and every single one of them. Right. But hey, we just had somebody bringing up how Netflix got their money. Right. They said, yo, they got a loan. Right. And all that, you know, they wouldn't got a loan, blah, blah, blah. Right. Even though they're like the much larger company. And, you know, when you're doing business on that level, it's all type of stuff. If they did a 10-for-1 stock split, I mean, it's all type of shit going on. Right. But hey, however, never mind. Anyway, let's get back to this though. Right. So with that being stated, we was hearing about where Netflix got their money from, right? So look, let's see like this, right? So apparently Paramount's Mideast financing doomed Warner Brothers Discovery auction bid. So it turns out, right, that where Paramount got their money from was actually the problem. The problem wasn't that, you know, Netflix went and got a loan, right? The problem was where Paramount got their money from. Right? So, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right? Crazy. Crazy. Insane, bro. But they worried about where Netflix got the money from. Right? But it was actually, I mean, look, I didn't write this. I'm not the business reporter that put funny money next to David Zaslav looking at something like he's questioning it, right? I didn't do that. He said Netflix loan is what big business boys do. It's a short-term bridge loan. Bro, they wilding, bro. But look, it was a problem where Netflix got their money from. But actually, right? Oh my goodness. Couldn't make this up. Right? But no, we ain't even gonna stop there. Oh no. This is just the beginning. Right? So I think it was Nessa, right? Who, when I said, hey Nessa, somebody was saying that Netflix is gonna hold, you know, WBD for Paramount, right? A few of y'all was like, you know, I kind of got the feeling like y'all thought I was making that up. Right? Now, I was gonna go right to the point of the video when he said this egregious shit, but instead, I'm gonna start off at the beginning because you guys have to see the whole thing, right? We have to react to the whole thing. And this is the first video that I'm going to react to. Oh, no, because all fucking narratives being put to bed tonight. I'm not playing no more. I'm not having this conversation no more. We not. Look, so it's already right that Netflix knew that this was coming. They already had a fucking plan for it and outmaneuvered them anyway, right? We already got that. They plan to keep shit in theaters and all of these fear mongering talking points that people have been, spouting and all that. We know that that's not happening, right? So we put that to bed. Right, we put to bed that hey, where Netflix got their money from was a problem, because it turns out that Paramount getting some money from look, I didn't write that. I didn't put funny money on there, right? Like all narratives that hey, that it was a better offer, right? We put that to bed, but nah, I have to show y'all this. Right, I have to show y'all this. Oh wait, but we got the homie. He said, if we're talking needs, oh no, that's funny that you put needs right there like that, because we're gonna talk about some needs in 1 second. But we got the homie, the good Austin, with the $5 super chat saying new drop in there. By the way, hit it whenever appropriate. Just wanted to remind you and remind the viewers, support the channel. We need more truth. Oh no, let me rewind that. We need more truth and less lies. Yeah, bro. I hit the drop earlier, but I think this shit is hilarious, so I have no problem hitting it back for sure. He said this conflicts with what I've been seeing on Bloomberg, bro. I pulled a Bloomberg into. Anyway, watch this. Yo, we have to break this down. This is hilarious, and y'all got to see this.
A hostile bid for Warner Brothers Discovery after that company said it would sell its film studio and streaming service.
They about to be so sour too.
Now, Matt Donnelly, Puck, a founding partner. This is I don't know. We live in this world, Matt. Is it more interesting to us than most people? I think there's just so much to talk about.
I don't know. I think this is something that has permeated the culture. I mean, The Daily has an episode on it today. The Pod Save America guys are talking about it. I think this is one that it's involving everything. Trump is now involved. It's all encompassing.
And I referenced some of your comments about Verushka and Daddy. I mean, you can throw that in there. You can throw as far as Hollywood goes, it's like they don't like either, do they? It's either Barry Weiss putting CBS together with CNN and laying off people and turning it into MAGA land versus never releasing a movie in at an AMC again. But
okay, so we just heard from Ted Sarandos, and he said, yo, if this deal would have been done 2 years ago, all those movies that y'all saw this year would have, they'd have all still came out. They'd have all still come out. They'd have all still come out. Right? For sure. Right? Oh yeah. But hey, what do I know? Right? What is the CEO of, right? Look, you got people that will come in here and ask questions and like give me pushback when I've literally been right about all of this shit this entire time. And then we're also not going to listen to, look, so you ain't going to listen to Sky. You're not going to listen to Ted Sarandos. Right? Like, just nobody's, like, anybody that has anything to say that's been right or even, been connected to the situation. Right? We just gonna make up shit. We just gonna keep telling people, like, hey, they're never gonna release a movie in theaters. And you just heard the CEO say, the movies that you saw, you still would have seen them, right? Crazy. So, hey, who we gonna listen to, right? But obviously, we're gonna listen to them.
All of it's right. It's the worst of both worlds for these people.
Worst of both worlds.
They're going crazy. Their heads are exploding.
Yeah, it's certainly not an ideal situation.
Kevin Smith said it was kind of a good thing, but okay. Hey, whatever.
But then it becomes, what is the best possible?
Multiple people have said that this is a good thing. John Malone said it's good. Whatever, man. Cool.
Outcome of the ones that are on the table. I mean, I guess you could say that perhaps the Justice Department will block either of these bidders, throw it back, and then there's potentially a scenario where Warner stays independent, or there's a standstill period, or something like that.
Their perspective on what's best is who's most likely to get blocked. That's why they like the Netflix deal.
Basically, there's lots of people in Hollywood that are rooting for one or both of these deals.
And no, it ain't that asking questions is choosing not to listen, Shin. But the thing is, though, is that the questions that are being asked, right? Not only have we already covered these things, we're covering them currently. And also, just we're on a type of time, Shin. I know you haven't been in the chat lately, right? But ever since this deal came through and everybody got proven to be liars, kind of just, hey, man, we're over a lot of this stuff, man. There's a lot of these conversations, bro, especially when they seem to be pro Paramount, because it's just coming off like that. It's just coming off like that. I literally just covered in the stream the lady from Bloomberg breaking it down how that offer still wasn't better than Netflix's. And y'all coming in here talking about the offer still better. So excuse us for not taking those, questions like it's cool,
The studio will stay independent.
Trump Justice Department in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, they were all asking for where's Lena Khan. Have you not seen those memes? Yeah.
Where's Ja?
Exactly.
I still think Trump and Larry Ellison are buddies, and he may say I'm not that good of friends with either place. He's friends with the Ellison. He is.
Hey, they're friends, right? He wouldn't do a friend that way, right? You obviously wouldn't do a friend that way, right? You wouldn't do a friend like that, right? But I'm gonna get to that in a second. An actual quote, because y'all, we love receipts. We love receipts, right? But hey, let's get to it.
Say he's not, and I think that deal would go through. If he goes to 32, I don't see how shareholders could say no.
Oh yeah. If he goes to, if he goes to, Shan is asking, why is the Saudi money why is that bad is my current question. Okay, the question, or excuse me, the answer is because of the fact that it's a foreign country taking a very, very big interest in an American institution, which is Hollywood. Some people might not look well on that. It is what it is, right? It's just like typically other countries don't allow us to say, for instance, look at China and their rules, right? Do they allow us to go in and take a majority equity in like one of the studios over there? Would they allow that to happen? Crazy. So it's just reality. So
I think that's a good bet, but the question is, would Netflix come back? They have a matching right here, and would Netflix go to 32?
It's not a real 32. You heard David Ellison yesterday say that stub is not.
So the offer's not real, right? Like, the one that he, it's not real, right? What Zaslav wants, right? What all that want, it's like, hey, You know, yeah, he said they also had China involved. He said they also had China involved in their bid, which is bad. Do we need to explain that? Or nah, man, it's cool because, like, you know, I guess, yeah, you know. So wait, so if you heard about that, I'm pretty sure that you can understand why it might be a problem for some. So why did we even have to? I don't know. Do you guys be trying to get me to say certain stuff on stream? Is that it? You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, right? But it's wild, man. Let's get back to this, dude.
Worth $2 to $4. That's how they get. That's even how they get to 30 or 31. He said it's worth
that is
$1.
a very subjective claim.
Yeah.
You do not know,
No,
and you know maybe when the
subjective
channels
it's not
go
real
public,
subjective.
we will see what evaluation of a group of television channels is right now. But there's analysts all across the board, anywhere from $1 all the way up to $5 a share, valuing these. So we actually don't know, and it's very subjective. Ellison has his perspective, but others have theirs.
Yeah. So if we don't know, why are we all pushing that we should just accept the lowball offer from Ellison, which is crazy? You see the propaganda going on right now? This is why I wanted to start, and we're going to work our way up to the point in which I just lost it. Right? He said, why would they let them buy EA? Bro, Electronic Arts is much different than Warner Brothers. It's obviously a bigger deal because look at what's happening. Right? Hey,
Worth
There was
$5.
five too,
Hey,
but that's
we
interesting
talk
that
big
Versant was in the
business over here.
market.
So if
Right,
y'all
but
not
they were already using metrics
liking the
and
big
Versant was
business
getting it
talk,
at the investor
then
day.
cool. We
Something they
talking,
were
we
talking
talk
about
big
revenue
business
and what
over
that
here.
could mean for value, and he came to $1.
We come with
a
receipts.
share. That was his conclusion. David Ellison.
Yeah, Versant and
Watch
AMC
this.
networks are the
Nah,
comps
I'm
that
not-
I
no,
heard.
'cause
Although
y'all
AMC
gotta hear
networks
this.
is much
There's
smaller,
something in here that you
but
guys
that's
gotta
what
hear.
I'm told that they're looking at here.
Because it's really
Is
going to put this all in perspective.
I go back far enough to remember great oil and gas bidding wars. Is this going to turn into something we remember? Could it?
No.
It seems like the Ellisons are very dead set on getting
dead
it.
set.
Netflix is probably dead set on it too. And then you got the Zaslav wild card. Why do you think all the conjecture is that that they kind of dissed Ellison? And didn't
so
really
they
listen to
dissed
his
him.
bids and we're sort of before anything happened. The friendship with David and Ted Sarandos.
Wait.
Does he want to run the studio? Does Zaslav want to run the studio?
First of all, so hey, he dissed David Ellison, right? Zaslav still wants to run the company, which is not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Right? He said this guy just got TikTok, Paramount, and CBS. Who's the fucking monopoly? Right? But hey, right, all these things, yo.
HBO Max?
I think there's a lot of different factors there. Judging, for one, Ted and David are friends, David Zaslav. I think Zaslav considers Ted to be a peer, whereas he may not consider David Ellison to be a peer.
Oh, so he's the little homie. Okay, got you. Makes sense.
And I think that there's other stuff going on. There's been some feuding between the companies. I think what Andrew said earlier about, working with a big blue chip company like Netflix and having the dream of selling the company. I think Zaslav thinks that this is a better outcome for these.
Wait, so Zaslav thinks it's a better outcome. Yo, watch how they about to talk about Netflix. Watch this. See, it's about to start getting interesting. Watch how they about to talk about Netflix. He just said David Zaslav feels like he can share this thing. I mean, sell this thing to a blue chip company and he think that this is the better outcome, right? Watch this. And it's the better deal, according to Bloomberg. We literally played the video yesterday. So if anybody's confused, they can go play the video from yesterday. If anybody's confused, you know, you can play the video from yesterday, yo. I don't know what to tell you. Right? But watch how they about to start talking about Netflix.
Assets, and they will be a better steward rather than putting them in the hands of someone
they
who
were
just
mailing
kind of decided
DVDs out. They had 1,500 titles a couple of years ago
30 years
that they
ago.
were sending out in the mail.
That was in the 1990s.
Blue chip company.
That was a while ago. I mean, they've been doing this for 15 years.
Yo, that little wink right there, he knew that was full of shit. Right? But watch this. Watch. It gets even better. Watch this.
No, I know.
Top streamer.
That's amazing that it's come to that.
Yeah,
the most,
fear.
You know, these are the most storied names, and I mean the you know,
yeah,
all
that,
the logos
all
Paramount
that getting snatched.
or Warner Brothers or any of
It's
these.
getting
This
snatched.
is what Hollywood is. This is bogey.
Yeah.
This is all that stuff.
Snatched.
Netflix, I don't know what Netflix is. It's crappy content.
Matt, why did it take an auction, like somebody raising their hand and saying, I'll bid for this, before anybody thought these assets were valuable? What happened?
If you listen to
because fucking sale hasn't happened yet. That's why. That's why. Watch this.
As he says, the fact that Warner
cold hard facts.
Down
cold hard facts.
The television
cold hard.
Aspect
Breathe it in.
Made it a sort of pure play studio and streamers opportunity here. That's what unlocked their interest. They weren't interested until recently because of that. And all you need are two. I mean, Comcast was in. We knew from the beginning because they have a real problem in streaming. They have Peacock, which is not scaled and not global. So HBO was always going to be interesting to them. And then, you know, you have the Ellisons who are trying to roll up all these companies. It was sort of a perfect storm of interest here. And frankly, surprising to a lot of us in Hollywood that Netflix was willing to go in on it.
But I will tell you also, what you just said, this Ellison sort of wrap up, that's the roll up. That's the same thing that Larry Ellison has always done with Oracle. So maybe it's not some situation where David Ellison is pushing.
I think we're getting close.
Maybe that makes sense to Larry Ellison too, that this is how we work. We do roll-ups and make a more valuable company as a result.
It's true, but Larry Ellison has two children, and both of them gravitated towards the entertainment industry.
God,
Megan Ellison had a bumpy ride with some of the movies she produced, very high quality, but didn't make a lot of money. And David Ellison has sort of been the more commercial one. He wanted to have a long-term viable business out of it. So they've been talking about this a long time.
You think Zaslav knew at $8 a share that you could light a fuse like this, that it would end up where we are at this point, Matt? And I don't know where it ends, because, you know, even by going with Netflix and sort of blowing off Paramount, that's why we're going higher from 30 that was his dream. 30. Now it looks like we might go north of 30. I mean, it's all playing into Zaslav's hands at this point. Is he a genius, or did it?
And what I said before, I think, is interesting. How high is Netflix willing to go? Because the Netflix shareholders have not loved this uncertainty, and even the bidding itself. The Netflix shares are way down. They've lost $100 billion in value since this has been revealed. So
10-for-1
how high
stock
are they
split.
willing to go?
Crazy.
Who's gonna walk away with?
Watch this. Watch this. Now, wait. Now, before he says this, right? I felt like y'all thought I was lying when I said people were saying that they were buying WBD to hold for Paramount, right? Now, watch what this man is about to say, and I need you to listen to the reasoning for it. Not only what he says, but also the reasoning for it. This is crazy.
I still think at the end that Netflix is going to let Paramount have it at a certain point. The Ellisons feel like they need this. And ultimately, Netflix does not need this asset. Unless there's something going on there that we don't know about, they don't need
When
this.
you say they're going to let them, Matt, that means that you don't think they're going to raise their
So,
bid. I mean,
so they're just gonna, they're just gonna let them have it. They're just gonna let them have it, you know, because the Ellisons, they need this, right? I mean, they need this. Do you guys understand this? They really just need this. They need this, right? Yeah, Nessa, you heard it. I wasn't capping. They gonna let Paramount have it. There y'all go. They just gonna let them have it, right? Because they need it, right? They need this. Yo, but watch this though. Because here's what's crazy. This one gets to the point a whole lot quicker, right? A whole lot quicker, right? Watch this. Funny, same dude too.
Netflix's winning bid for Warner Brothers Discovery's film and streaming assets still has obviously a long way to go before it's finalized. Joining us now with his take on the deal, former MTV president and COO Michael Wolff. He's co-founder and CEO of Activate. Just what do you think when it happened and your overall impression?
It's a must-do for Netflix. And there are a couple reasons. One.
Wait, whoa. Hold up. Stop the presses. So homie was saying, yo, they're going to just let them have it because they don't need this, right? I mean, the Ellisons, they're the ones that really, really need this. And this guy who is they said he was a CEO, right? So he's not just some analyst or some writer, right? Hold up.
Activate. Just what do you think, co-founder and former MTV president and COO Michael?
President and COO. So who we gonna listen to? The writer or the COO? This is insane, bro. This is insane. But why is it a must do?
Wolff, he's co-founder and CEO of Activate.
Excuse me, CEO. I thought he said COO. He said CEO. Let me put some respect, please, Mr. Wolff. I apologize. I will put some respect. I thought he said COO. He said CEO. He said, I don't know, man. I don't think about what the Ellisons need before I make a choice. Crazy. Because they need it. Y'all, they need it. So they just going to hand it to him. Right? But let's hear from former CEO. Please go ahead.
What do you think when it happened and your overall impression?
It's a must-do for Netflix. And there are a couple reasons. One, for anybody to succeed in streaming, they need two things. They need one, global franchises that really work everywhere, and they need large volumes of programming.
Oh wait, no, I was right. It is COO. So I take all that back. Wait, no, he said former CEO and president of MTV, current CEO. Okay, so it's back in. Hey, you give it, you take it away. Hey, bro, like, hey, I'm sorry. It's both. It's both. He said, Sky, get it right, bro. He got Sky all tripping up over here. Right? He said, bro, check my LinkedIn. It's crazy, dog. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. He said triple pump. He said, and I'm just like, triple pump fake, bro. Crazy.
At it, Netflix really isn't competing just with HBO Max. They're competing. Their biggest competitor is YouTube.
Once again, they not even competing with y'all, bro. Who been saying that? Yo, this is why it's so crazy. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. It's like, yo, look, we're going through a shift. I know it's kind of people, they kind of feel weird about it. It's happening in gaming. I've been calling it, right? The way that we've been looking at these things for so long, it's about the yo, the market is shifting. You guys don't understand. They said, I'm not competing with y'all. They said, I'm competing with Google, dog. What are y'all talking about? He said, y'all talking about streaming services? Y'all talking about HBO Max? I'm talking about YouTube, bro. Y'all coming in here talking about a streaming service. HBO Max. Oh, but there's no, man, if y'all get out of here. YouTube still dominate. They got videos all over the internet right now breaking it down. Like, hey, actually, if you look at it, YouTube still, you know, this is not even like it's still dominated by YouTube. He said, who is a global franchise? ZSJL. Right? Back then with the $5 super chat saying, I need WBD badly. Netflix and Paramount, can you please let me have this? I know you can make money, but I need WBD. Paramount needs to give up. Let them know, bro. Just tell them to walk out because you need this, bro. We need this too. So we need them to kick rocks, bro. But they are. Because look, man, we gonna get to that, bro. You know, outbid Netflix. And then y'all coming in here talking about a loan. Why you think that they got the loan? Why you think that they not already planning for Paramount to try to make another move and make sure that they got more liquid funds that they could just put towards this thing? What's wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all coming in here talking about a loan? He said Netflix has been a while since anyone made the world this nervous. Facts, bro. He said that they should stop listening to Scammy. That's what it seemed like, bro. Y'all can't come in here behind on news, behind on streams, especially if like you in the know as like you a fan. Like, come on, man. They saying they watching it, but they're coming in here with bad information. Anyway, let me let the CEO and COO, let me let the wolf speak. You know what I mean?
And then you've got Amazon Prime. Competitors and competing just with HBO Max. They're competing. Their biggest competitor is YouTube. And then you've got Amazon Prime. And then the other is Tubi TV. So people forget about both Amazon Prime and Tubi TV, which is owned by Fox. So it comes down to even the number of titles. So right now, if you look at the comparison, Netflix has 7,000 titles. HBO has 4,000 titles. Amazon Prime has 25,000 and Tubi has 70,000.
It don't matter how you slice it. This shit is not a monopoly.
Who told you that? Who gave you that piece of information?
That's how we looking at y'all, bro. He breaking it down. He said, yo, you can't try to make the same arguments. You don't know what you're talking about. He said, I'm a CEO. I was a COO of a media company. Who am I going to listen to? Somebody in the chat? Somebody on Twitter? Huh?
So this market, they really, in a lot of ways, that they had to have this. And then, earlier you were talking about Peacock and about Paramount Plus. They both have something that Netflix doesn't have. They have live sports, and that's the other place where this game is going to be played. And they don't get live sports with the HBO Max deal.
Because when you started, it's like they had to have this. Netflix is the elephant in the room right now in terms of having succeeded in media.
It's over, dog. They know it. They know it's over. They know it's over, bro. They know it's over. They know it's over. Right? Nah. He ain't even, look, we ain't even stopping there. We ain't even stopping there. When I said that all narratives was dying tonight, I fucking meant that shit, bro. I meant it. Y'all thought I was playing. We ain't playing tonight. We ain't playing tonight. Right? So another thing that played out, right? Which we've been telling y'all from the beginning. Okay, we've been telling y'all from the beginning. Y'all just not been listening, right? Charles Gasparino, good old Gasparino, right? Said breaking, contrary to what you're reading in the Wall Street Journal or the I forget what FT is. The Ellisons saw the WBD deal slipping away for weeks. They knew Netflix's outside counsel, Steve Sunshine, had increasingly sold the WBD board on his interpretation of the antitrust implications of Netflix and WBD, i.e. that they could credibly argue before DOJ and the courts that social media and YouTube negated the fact it negated the fact that the two would control a good third of the streaming market. And shout out to Gino for calling them out, saying, you're saying the deal has been slipping away for weeks, and yet for weeks you've been reporting it was a done deal to Paramount. So which is it? So I'm glad that we got people that's been calling these people out, right? So Charles Gasparino is now reporting like, hey, they knew what was up for weeks, right? And just like I said, that YouTube stuff, right? So watch this, right? He said they getting schooled tonight. Hey, yeah, they are getting schooled tonight, bro. Cause I'm sick of this, bro. Bro, this is look, and I'm sorry for the people that like didn't know that they were being lied to, but the people that was rocking out over here and like chose to like leave and go mess with other people and all that stuff, like it's cool, right? Like, but you can't bring that false ass information and all of that. You can't bring that towards over here when we've been, you know, in terms of this stuff, like we've been batting damn near 1,000, right? But Lucas Shaw said earlier, the bidding for Warner Brothers is now expected to last months. Multiple people involved in the process is said it will likely be 5 or 6 months before we have a winner, right? And then Lucas follows that up with saying WBD is expected to announce next week that it's sticking with Netflix. So it's being reported that even out of all this shit, right? Out of all this Paramount, people were asking about Paramount and all these stuff and what's going to happen, right? And this 108 billion and how it's really more, right? Because 108 is more than 82.7, right? It's more, right? I mean, so what if, you know, the valuation is a little off when you add the second half of the company in there, right? I mean, who really cares if that's a little off, right? I mean, we just gonna try to force y'all and propagandize the people and blackmail y'all through the media to really and say, hey, yeah, he's a friend. You wouldn't do a friend like that, right? Right? You wouldn't do a friend like that, right? But even with all that, hey, say, hey, Paramount then has a few options. It can go ahead with a tender offer to persuade its shareholders, sue, or offer more money. Bruh, it's done. They don't want to date you, dog. It's over. You lose. You get nothing. I said good day, sir. Right? He said they tried to shame them into changing their mind. Right? This is crazy. So even after all this, right? But look, there's also been all this talk. There's been all this talk, right? Like, oh my God, the DOJ, this shit it's gonna take, I mean, oh my, they're gonna be caught up in litigation and DOJ, antitrust, right? Sky, you don't know about antitrust, bro. Bro, it's antitrust, dog. Right? Nah, man, Sky, you don't understand, bro. They're not gonna let it happen, dog. I mean, this is just a pipe dream, bro. This is just like a pipe dream, man. Right? I mean, this is just like a pipe dream, bro. Right? I mean, because there's no way, man, that the DOJ and Donald Trump is gonna allow the person that won the bid, right? Because you guys are acting like they offer more money while not taking into the equation, and you're trying to tell somebody, right? This is crazy, right? This is wild. You know what's so crazy? It's like they getting $82.7 billion from Netflix. They getting their debt paid off. They getting all this shit, right? And then they're expected to take a worse offer just because the Ellisons feel a certain way. That's all this is. And some of y'all feel a certain way, and you're in your feelings. Yo, if I would have known, you know what? See, because I'm going to talk about this on a later stream, but this was a divine campaign, yo. Let him know, Necron. Let him know, Necron, right? Oh, he said, bro, you killing me, bro. Bro, y'all killing me, bro. Y'all killing me, bro. Nah, but all this with the DOJ, bro, the antitrust, you know, I mean, I know that I've never seen, and I kind of don't want this deal to go down anyway, you know. So I'm just gonna, you know, antitrust, bro, right? That's what they're trying to tell us, antitrust, right? Somebody put their name on this. According to Deadline, Netflix WBD deal will get approved and Trump will climb aboard, regulatory expert predicts. The deal gets done. This is from Deadline. This is not from Skywalker. This is not from the Syndicate Network. This is not from The Good Austin. This is not from Apex Lux. This is from Deadline. I did not write this. I am not manifesting this article. Okay? Somebody put their name on it. One veteran of the Washington regulatory trenches sees no major roadblocks ahead for Netflix's acquisition of Warner Brothers. I think the deal gets done, says Andrew Lippman, a regulatory policy expert and partner at Washington, D.C. law firm Morgan & Lewis and Bacchius. Wait, so we got a regulatory policy expert, and so we actually have a lawyer. So once again, they are telling you, right, that we, bro, they trying to tell us, right, that we're tripping, okay, that we're making this stuff up. You got lawyers saying it. You got CEOs and COOs saying that. I don't even know if that's one or two people. Do that count? I'm going to just count it as two because he didn't live 2 lifetimes, apparently. Yo, you got CEOs. You got COOs. You got partners, bro. You got all this. Multiple CEOs. Ted Sarando said, yo, this shit's a done deal, bro. Like, hey, look, y'all can play around if y'all want to. Y'all can play around if y'all want to. Right? Y'all can play around if y'all want to. Right? He says, contrary to Paramount's assertions. wait. So he said, bro, I don't know what the fuck Paramount talk about. Right? But I don't think it's that much more complicated or time consuming than the Paramount deal. Bruh. He said, yo, it's the same shit. Tomato. Probably get done faster. Wild. Why? This is nasty work. This is the filthiest of work. Oh my God. They are lying to you guys. He said, wish I could emulate this entire article in Site for Sky to interact with live. I didn't. This is, bro, crazy. Right? Much love, Nessa. And thank you for stepping out. You have a wonderful evening. I know it's late over there on the East Coast. Nah, we cooking. Right? But yeah, so, I mean, what are they going to say, y'all? Are there any more narratives that I need to quash tonight? Nessa, if you're still in here, if you can think of any narrative that you need me to quash before you go, just put it in the chat and I'll cook on it. Right? He said, contrary to Ellison's needs. Bro, this is crazy. This is nasty work, yo. They lying to y'all in real time. That's why I did this stream tonight instead of last night. I wanted to just let it go. I was like, yo, I'm going to let them propagandize the people for a whole 24 hours. Yo, I was like, I'm going to let them propagandize the people for 24 hours before I come back and really just put this to bed. Let me know. Is there any more narratives? Please let me know. He said, yes, explain to the people that how many influencers are twerking for Paramount because their investments aren't materializing. He said he want a buzzer beater from Nessa, right? Last second. Just and then just be out of here, right? For sure. But nah, man, look, they twerking, bro. You know why they twerking? They ain't got a choice. A lot of these people don't even run their channels. That's a conversation. Look, y'all think that the homie that we played last night talking, who was begging Tom Cruise to save the world from Netflix, y'all think that he run his own channel? That's like a serious question. He said there's Bloomberg and Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, The Economist. But nah, I'm going to listen to Fat Albert, Film Junkie in my veins, Prime Meat Time. This truth low IQ can't be an R&B. He said, yeah, check please. Hey, I'm out, bro. I'm out, bro. You know what's funny? Hold up. Because y'all over there, hold up. Y'all want to talk about Bloomberg articles, right? Watch this, bro. Hold up. I'm going to find that video, bro. I'm going to find that video again, bro. I'm going to find that video, dog. Because y'all going to learn, man. Y'all got to learn, bro. These things, like, they can't keep happening. Even if they don't get my analogy, bro. Right? Even if they don't get my analogy. Watch this. He said they can't keep getting away with this. All right, watch this. He said the shields get exposed. Yeah, yo, watch this. He said, show the blue. Yeah, I'm gonna show it again because they want to act like I'm making this shit up, man. So watch this.
We're just getting headlines, Keith. I know you got to run, but Paramount is offering a $30 all cash offer and saying that the equity.
Wait, and this is Bloomberg, right? Right? This, yeah, it is Bloomberg. So this is Bloomberg. I don't know. Somebody said they was watching Bloomberg all day. I don't see how they missed this. Right? But let's see.
Needs to be backstopped by the Ellison family. So Paramount offering to buy Warner Brothers for $30 a share in cash, as had been reported. Remember, the Netflix deal is for $27.75, and that's cash and stock. But of course, Paramount wants to buy the entire company, and Netflix looking to split them up. So. Or Warner Brothers Discovery would split up before the Netflix deal. I think this is interesting because the Paramount offer isn't just the $30 a share, right? If Warner Brothers goes with Paramount, they'll also get a $5 billion breakup fee from Netflix. Is that right, Geetha?
Yeah, 5.8 billion to be exact. But the thing is, on the immediate face of it, Matt, the $30 is actually lower than what Netflix is offering. So Netflix, yes, they did offer 27.75 for the studio and streaming, but there is still some inherent value in the Discovery Global TV units. We calculate that to be about $4 a share. So you have the total value of Warner Brothers Discovery there at $32. So again, that offer is still superior to this Paramount offer at $30.
We're just getting headlines, Keith. I know you got to run, but Paramount is offering a $30 all-cash offer and saying that the equities be backstopped by the Ellison family. So Paramount offering to buy Warner Brothers for $30 a share in cash, as had been reported. Remember, the Netflix deal is for $27.75, and that's cash in stock. But of course, Paramount wants to buy the entire company, and Netflix looking to split them up. So. Or Warner Brothers Discovery would split up before the Netflix deal. I think this is interesting because the Paramount offer isn't just the $30 a share, right? If Warner Brothers goes with Paramount, they'll also get a $5 billion breakup fee from Netflix. Is that right, Geetha?
Yeah, 5.8 billion to be exact. But the thing is, on the immediate face of it, Matt, the $30 is actually lower than what Netflix is offering. So Netflix, yes, they did offer 27.75 for the studio and streaming, but there is still some inherent value in the Discovery Global TV units. We calculate that to be about $4 a share. So you have the total value of Warner Brothers Discovery there at $32. So again, that offer is still superior to this Paramount offer at $30.
Okay, I'm gonna play this shit one more time because I'm sorry, like, you know, you had people in the chat trying to like act like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about when I was, you know, right? Like acting like I'm just making this shit up. Here, one more time, just so we can understand it, like super clear. What Bloomberg intelligence? So not even just regular Bloomberg intelligence.
We're just getting headlines, Keith. I know you got to run, but Paramount is offering a $30 all-cash offer and saying that the equities be backstopped by the Ellison family. So Paramount offering to buy Warner Brothers for $30 a share in cash, as had been reported. Remember, the Netflix deal is for $27.75, and that's cash in stock. But of course, Paramount wants to buy the entire company, and Netflix looking to split them up. So. Or Warner Brothers Discovery would split up before the Netflix deal. I think this is interesting because the Paramount offer isn't just the $30 a share, right? If Warner Brothers goes with Paramount, they'll also get a $5 billion breakup fee from Netflix. Is that right, Geetha?
Yeah, 5.8 billion to be exact. But the thing is, on the immediate face of it, Matt, the $30 is actually lower than what Netflix is offering. So Netflix, yes, they did offer 27.75 for the studio and streaming, but there is still some inherent value in the Discovery Global TV units. We calculate that to be about $4 a share. So you have the total value of Warner Brothers Discovery there at $32. So again, that offer is still superior to this Paramount offer at $30.
Yo, he said, I think we need a 2-hour lesson on what the word superior means. Said having said 32 is bigger than 30. Is it? This is crazy, bro. Oh my God. Zach posted while I was live. Oh yeah, nah, I'm definitely. I can't wait for the next Zack Snyder hour, bro. Yo, man, the next Zack Snyder hour is gonna be on 10, bro. It's about to be on 12. This is crazy. But hey, guys, am I making this up? He said the best narrative I've been hearing from the ops is no one could have predicted Netflix was seriously interested in Warner Brothers. One of the dudes said that earlier. How did they know there was such value here? We knew. Crazy. This is insane, man. I'm done, man. I'm done with these narratives, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Look, man. Salute to all y'all too that be keeping me abreast a lot of this stuff, be sending me articles and stuff. Salute to Frank C. Salute to Sent Havoc. Salute to the Cool Table. Salute to everybody. Yo, we just, oh my God, this is the this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not talking about this hostile takeover because look, we have better things to talk about. All right, y'all. Look, y'all might as well just get it in your bones right now. Netflix is buying the company, y'all. It's over. Right? They can try to drag it out. It's gonna happen. It's over. All of you guys were wrong. This shit happened. And Sky and the Cool Table and the Syndicate, we was all right. And you guys were all wrong. And you got egg on your face. It's just the reality of the situation. It's cool. Wild, Joe. Anyway, y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. We about to close this on out, man. He said you can't call it a hostile takeover when they weren't even in the conversation. It'd be different if like they was like really going back and forth, but David Ellison, right? Dougie said, you guys may have discussed this, but does gun contract extension have to look, Dougie? We have discussed it, but we haven't, because the rules here on this platform is I'm not talking about James Gunn and David Zaslav's job security and their job status anymore. You guys, I don't care what anybody believes. I don't care what anybody believes. I don't. Right? I don't. He said, they said that they would eat crow. Hey, nah, I think I got rid of that video. Yeah, I didn't keep it because I was making room earlier. I do have this one, though.
Yeah, the Netflix thing ain't happening. I know there's like a certain loud part of the fandom that is like, oh, it's going to happen. We're getting so close. Yeah, the Netflix thing ain't happening. I know there's like a certain loud part. Yeah, the Netflix thing ain't happening. 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 I know there's like a certain loud part of the fandom that is like, oh, it's going to happen. We're getting so close to, ripping Zack Snyder from moving forward and progressing in his film career. They're like, no, Zack. Yeah, the Netflix thing ain't happening. I know there's like a certain loud part of the fandom that is like, oh, it's going to happen. We're getting so close. Yeah, the Netflix thing ain't happening. I know there's like a certain loud part. Yeah, the Netflix thing ain't happening. 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 I know there's like a certain loud part of the fandom that is like, oh, it's going to happen. We're getting so close to, ripping Zack Snyder from moving forward and progressing in his film career. They're like, no, Zack.
Ripping Zack Snyder away from moving forward. And he over here talking about we got more stories to come. Crazy. Insane, bro. Insane. Anyway, man. Look, the moral of the story is oh, wait, he said Sky. And notice how Ted already went against Gunn by saying he wants more of the Penguin series when Gunn said it's over. Yep. Absolutely. All right, but he said this guy looks like he's stuck in the 90s. Bruh, he looked like he was in Evanescence, bro. Wake me up inside. Wake me up and save me. Save me from the nothing I become. Wake me up. Can't wake up. Save me. Oh my God, bro. Get these enough from the clown. Oh my God. Even Harley ready for me to go. She like, man, you've been cooking these boys too long, man. This shit. The chickens are coming home to roost, man. Man. Can't wake up. Save me. Wait a minute. Y'all smashed the 50 likes. Let me go ahead and give y'all the drop. I'm bugging. Wait, where we at?
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Bro, I almost want to put on an Evanescence video, bro. Wake me up. Look like Mike Shinoda, bro. Like, yo, bro, they don't want it on no levels, bro. I'm done, dog. Look, man, I will get at y'all next time, bro. We gonna have a good one. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.